Welcome back to the Working Fans Podcast, where today the man called Dave has a special interview with Mr. Personality, Kelly Klark, the New Heights Wrestling Pride Champion. Kelly, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I feel great. The title still looks amazing, still around my waist, still kicking it, still doing what I love, and that's all that matters. You're welcome.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Kelly, for anybody who didn't see in our last interview, just a quick rundown. How did you break into the business? Who did you train with?
So I started out in Alabama. I was the youngest licensed wrestler in Alabama at the time. And I started training under Cowboy Buddy with other wrestlers and such.
So Cowboy Buddy Love.
Yeah.
Training. And what was some of the things you were a fan of in pro wrestling, like before that even? Like who really pulled you in?
So on the indie scenes, like local area, it would definitely be, as everybody knows, Cali Man. No matter what we got going on, there's always going to be that little place in my heart for him that no one's going to be able to take away. And then like big name guys, it's definitely Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. And then like in the old days, probably Gorgeous George. But those are like the top main three. Well, four.
So last time we talked to you too, it was just before you won the Pride Championship. What has been going on in your career lately?
I got it right here. But recently at the Guardians Legacy, I won the champ chain. I get a chance to cash it in whenever I want for a title shot. I've been wrestling more in Mississippi. I'm going to get opportunity in Louisiana soon, so I'm excited about that. I've been in Tennessee, so I've been just working hard, getting my name out there and doing what I can. Hopefully one day I'll be on the top.
What are some of these other promotions you're working for? We obviously know you from New Heights Wrestling, but what are some of these promotions?
Right. So right now, on the first weekends of every month, I've been working at the Guardians Legacy, which is a great Christian promotion down in Panama City, Florida. It's great. It's very kid-friendly. The crowd's very energetic, very behind every single wrestler. One of the top places to definitely work for, especially with the production-wise and like the time he puts in, not only for the wrestlers, but for the people behind the wrestlers. And that's what I feel like makes it even more special of a promotion to work for. I've been working for a place called GCW, the Gulf Coast Wrestling in Mississippi. I recently had a match with a guy. I really can't stand him, but we put on a great match. It's the guy named Andreas. I had an amazing match with him. And it's definitely another place that's like very energetic fans. And those are probably the top three: New Heights, Guardians Legacy, and Gulf Coast Wrestling. Those are definitely like the top three places I would recommend for anybody in the area on the indie scene.
You mentioned, how many states have you worked in so far?
So I worked in Alabama, that's one, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee, and hopefully soon Louisiana. So around 5 or 6.
Nice. Getting that grind on, man. I love it. You're a student of the game. I think you were checking out even some Buddy Rogers stuff the last time I talked to you. I'm curious, what is Kelly Klark doing right now to get better? What's some of the footage and some of the era he's been looking at lately?
So I still stick with the old school stuff, but I've been watching a lot of Portland wrestling. So it's like Buddy Rose, very young Kurt Hennig, and when Kurt Hennig was tag teaming with his dad. I've been watching a lot of the Midnight Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express, just trying to work more on the tag team, because it seems I've been working a lot more tag team matches than normal. So I've been trying to work and watch like a lot more tag team stuff. I've always been a fan of Smoky Mountain, so I've been watching more Smoky Mountain. I still got like tons of episodes I got to complete, so that's definitely keeping it in my book of watches. Modern day stuff, I've been watching a lot of NWA Power, because I kind of got out of the loop of watching modern day wrestling, but I'm trying to get back into the loop of watching it. So NWA is like going to be like my break point back into it. So NWA Power.
They've been having shows in Florida and stuff too, so you never know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of people when they ask like where do people want to go, you know, they always say like WWE or like AEW. For me, honestly, I feel like with my style of wrestling and who I am and what I like in wrestling, I feel like NWA would definitely be the place for me. Like I would feel most at home there.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, I think it'd be great to see you on NWA Power and just, some other talent. Oh my goodness. And getting to work with Billy Corgan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And then like some of my favorite wrestlers being like Ric Flair, and then like it would be great to work in even though it's not the exact same, but like the same place that like they build up wrestling in, like it would be amazing to have that same title underneath me.
Let's take this interview a little bit different for a minute here too. Let's talk about like some of the stuff because people don't know. Kelly Klark, what are some of the things you like out of wrestling?
For entertainment on the road, so I definitely enjoy, even though it's like not out, I guess it's kind of outside of like the actual wrestling per se, like in the ring. I love listening to Jim Cornette, but I also enjoy like country music. I enjoy like hair metal band rock music. I love that. I can enjoy like when I'm working out, I listen to like screamo rock and stuff like that. So I can enjoy everything, rap, rock, country. Those are some of my favorite things. I love music. I also enjoy like good shows and good movies. Right now I've been watching Twisted Metal. So that's like some of the things I enjoy. Not really huge into video games, but if I sit down and like can play a video game, it's probably stuff like UFC, Red Dead Redemption. So those are just some things. And it's funny because usually when I tell people I play like video games, they always act so shocked because I guess I'm not the type of person that looks like I play video games. I told this one person I played Skyrim, and the dude was like, "Are you serious? I thought you just sit in your room all day and watch wrestling." So it's always weird when I tell people because it's not like something they expect.
You have a lot of it. You have a lot of interest. It seems like you have a lot of energy. So there's time to do other things in the day. That's pretty cool. You played UFC, you said?
Yeah, I love so when I was younger, I used to do like boxing and stuff too. So I love hand-to-hand combat.
That's awesome, Kelly. I had no idea. Are you currently, you're so busy. Are you keeping up with any of the current UFC product or?
Well, I watch some of it. Like it's pretty much like if I hear about it, I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna go check this out. Like I watched, me and my cousin were talking about the Sean Strickland fight that he had where he just lost the title. So I kind of keep up with it a little bit here and there, but it's not like something I would sit down and like put my time into to watch per se.
Right, because you're very busy. You're focused on your career right now, and that's obviously very important to you. One other thing too, you talked about music, you talked about movies, stuff you like to do, video games. What about comfort food when you're on the road? What's something, or maybe even fast food? What's some, stuff Kelly Klark likes to eat here?
Recently, I would say for a couple months now, I've been trying to stay away from all fast foods. So I've been trying to meal prep as much as possible because it also saves me money while I'm on the road. So I've been meal prepping right now, and I'm also trying to gain weight. So what I've been meal prepping is like high calorie, like mashed potatoes and like chicken gravy with chicken. But if I have to sit down and like, it's cheat day, I'm about to sit down and enjoy myself, and I definitely enjoy some like pizza. Pizza is amazing. I love pizza.
Pizza seems to be the go-to. We just did another interview recently recorded, and that was the go-to too. Everybody's got to have your favorite pizza, I guess.
I think that's one of the things. Or Waffle House. I enjoy going to Waffle House, but that's like every wrestler.
Hell yeah. I love it. Man. You mentioned Cornette's podcast. I guess another question would be, what would be some of your favorite podcasts you listen to?
So really, honestly, I like Jim Cornette. I don't think there's anyone else I really listen to.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I love y'all stuff. I sometimes check out what y'all are doing as well.
Oh man.
But like huge name podcasts, I think Jim Cornette's really the only one.
Awesome. That's awesome. No, Cornette's good. He's entertaining. He's fun. He's a legend in the game. Some people don't like him, but you can't deny. You go back and you listen and you watch Jim Cornette. I just watched a thing this morning. You'll appreciate this. Somebody uploaded a thing on Instagram. It was Bobby Eaton versus Ric Flair, 1990. Flair working as a babyface, Eaton in singles as a heel, but still and Cornette's there, and he does a little thing where he hits him with the racket, but then Flair kind of still runs for him, and Cornette runs, and it's like, oh, it's the little things. Like I just love the hustle in that moment.
And see, people can say what they want about Jim Cornette, but like he's one of the reasons why like we have guys like John Cena, and then like people don't realize like he's the mind behind all that. Like all them, not all, but a lot of them stories, he's the reason why we had them. He might not have like the money funding, but when it came down to like writing down like ideas and putting matches together and stuff like that, he's like the guy. Like I don't care, he's the guy.
No doubt. Kelly, before we wrap up here, what are some goals for 2024?
So I want to go wrestle in Louisiana. I want to wrestle in Texas. And just maybe, if I could pull off, I want to get an appearance on NWA Power, at least once, just once.
Hey, I like that. Make yourself available, put yourself out there. That's great. Anything you want to promote, shows coming up, social media, go right ahead.
Let's see. I have to check my dates to see when I have shows in March. But until then, I'll just plug my socials, why not? So on Instagram, follow me at Kelly Klark _ Kelly Klark, both spelled with K's. Follow me on TikTok, KK _ DOOD. and follow me on Facebook at Mr. Personality. And that's where you can find me.
Glad you're doing well. Kelly, thank you for your time as always. And hey, man, like, I just feel like you're going to be a star. Good luck. And maybe this year you'll get that episode of NWA Power.